this class, I will be sharing with you all the different products that I have in my kit, the different brands that I use and like, how I actually organize my kit, what type of makeup carrier I use to transport my stuff. I also will be sharing with you all the other items that are necessary, to take to a job and get the job done right, because there's so much more than we need besides just the actual paint and the brushes. I started body painting about 8 to 9 years ago, and within those 8 to 9 years I took a lot of workshops and classes from great artists, and I had the opportunity to learn a lot from them. I think I took classes from Angela Renee Roberts, Avi Ram, Dutch Bihari, Josh Council, and you learn a little bit of different things from each artist, because we are all individuals, so each artist uses different products and works in different styles or techniques. So you pick the things that you like best from each artist and then you make it your own. So I did that, and I think through all those years I repacked my kit so many times, and okay, buying a product, don't like this, try another product, try another makeup carrier, oh, I don't know, I still don't like it. So it took a few years till I found a way that I like best, and I'm doing this for the last 2 years and I'm really happy with it. So I'm super excited that I can share this with you, and I hope you learn a lot, and maybe you get, this little information that you were hoping to get, or you're like, oh, light bulb, I wish I would have known that years ago. That would have made my life so much easier. So I hope you will get this out of this class, and let's get started. All right. Let me share with you first what I have all in my top shelf. So I have the CVS fragrance-free cleansing wipes. I'm really particular about some of my items that are in my body paint kit. This is one of them. The texture is really nice. Make sure they're fragrance-free. There are people with allergies if you need to wipe something off the body, or you use it to wipe your hands. I store them upside down so the moisture goes to the bottom, and that means my top wipe is always nice and moist. Then I have a scissors, pretty much self-explanatory. We need to cut things. Then I have Simply Tacky. It's like a gummy kind of texture. Okay, I use that to put on the back of my pencil to pick up rhinestones and sequences so I can attach them faster onto the body. Then I have a kabuki brush. I have my brushes, all of my brushes in another box, but this size fits nicely in here. I used to have 4 of them. 4 is actually a really good number. I just haven't replaced them because I'm looking for a similar quality and kind, and I can't find it. I like that it's dome and not too big. And I also like that the hairs are very dense, so they are perfect. So I keep looking. If you have one, find one, or tell me where, please let me know. Then I have a few spray bottles with glitter, 7 of them, different colors. I have a wrench for my airbrush guns if I need to open and cleanse them. I have 3 UV cakes, yellow, green, and orange from Crayolan. Then in the back, I have some electrical black tape if I need to attach the plastic tape on top around of the table, to protect the table. So if I need to tape anything, it's helpful. I put it in a small Ziploc bag so the dirt and dust doesn't stick to the sticky sides, or the glitter in my case for sure. Let's put the items back before we keep going. Okay. Then I have regular paper pasties. I have the small round ones. They also come in bigger size as a flower petal. I feel they are usually too big and I end up cutting them, so I just stick with the round smaller ones. They work for me. Then I have Ben Nye Final Seal. That is a top coat so the paint lasts longer. Then we have benign liquid latex. I have 91 isopropyl alcohol if I work with my Pro Air airbrush paints or the hybrids, olive branch care. Then I have Maron barrier spray, similar like the benign final seal. I have Q-tips. I like that they are in a clear box and I can put them easily on the table. Detail ones and regular ones. I find myself using both of them. Then I have white dishes. They come in handy for me either to pour rhinestones in or glitter with the gel so I can mix it there and apply on a body, or for my Maron mixing liquid with the pigments, with the Maron pigments. Then I have RCMA translucent powder, an extender liquid, which is like a base coat and a top coat to make your body paint last longer. We found out if you do both, if you sandwich the paint in between, so you use it as a base coat and as a top coat, that will work the best actually. And we apply it with an airbrush gun. Then I have a water spray bottle, pump bottle, to activate all my cakes. And those are my cakes. I have a few different brands. I have Wolf. I really love them. They come in regular and metallics. They are stackable. I like that. There's a few more here. Then I have one Mag cake. That's the only one I have from them. It's a teal one. I really love the color and the texture of it. Then I have a bunch of chameleon paints here. I really like the shades that they have. You will find in my info sheet what colors I have. And then here on this side, I have two staples of Maron Paradise cakes. Some in metallic and some regular. Then here in the corner, I have regular Palmolive dish soap if I need to clean my brushes, and a flashlight, a UV flashlight, if I'm body painting with UV paint and I need to see how it actually looks on the body. I need to have a UV light handy, so that's good. And then on to my right, I have just a few simple rhinestones. They come as stickers. You still need to use an adhesive to glue them onto the body, some pearls, flat pearls. And then last I have the high-end pasties, which would be monster pasties. They are amazing. If you do a competition or a really important event, definitely use these and not the paper ones. And these are really great too. They are gnome nib covers. They are also pasties, foam latex. And the other one is kind of like a self-transfer thing. It's pretty cool. Both are really good. Okay, and that's what's on my top shelf. Let's go over what I have in my middle drawer. Here all to the left I have my airbrush paint. It's either Pro Air or hybrid from Olive Branch Skincare. So just to show you, I ordered separately empty bottles to refill the airbrush paint. The reason why, for example, Pro Air, as you can see, has a tinier lid. And I use bottom feeders for my airbrush guns. And I have these snorkels and they have the same size like these empty bottles that I found on the internet. So it's perfect, it's faster. All I need to do is unscrew, put the snorkel in and connect it to my airbrush gun and I can work. So it's super fast. And also, as you can see, what I did, I painted acrylic paint on the lids. Because a lot of times I work straight out of my kit. I don't put it on the table, so I need to see fast what color is in which bottle. Here I have a 91 isopropyl alcohol ready to connect to my bottom feeder in between paints if I need to cleanse the airbrush gun. Then these are ready to connect it to a snorkel as well and connect it to the bottom feeders. I have the extender, base and top coat. I have the Benai final seal, and I water airbrush cleanser for water-based paints. Then here in the back I have airbrush cups. If I need to mix a custom color or I just need a small amount of paint, I can connect these cups to my bottom feeders, so that's perfect. Then I have regular straws that I cut to the size so they fit exactly onto my snorkel. And then I have little caps for the snorkels. If I'm in a hurry or if I don't want to clean the guns and bottles, I just pop the cap on it and leave it in there and deal with it the next day. Okay, let's put that back. Then here in the front I have my glitters. These 3 bags I still got in there from my last gig. Most of my glitter mixes I order from China. I will share the website with you. Then I have a couple MAC pigments. This one is a really pretty one. It's like a pinkish, purple, bluish, depending on what angle you look at it. This one is like a super fine glitter, like a whitish, silver, pearl modish, super pretty. Then all of these, there's really no particular brand right now. It's just I put in what I really liked in terms of shades. This is green and a whitish. I have some stars. And you know, think about any of the glitters that you have in your kit. You can mix, right? Make your own custom shade. Be creative with it. As most of you know, or if you know me, you know I love glitters, so there's that. One more from MAC, like a super fine silver one. Alright, let's put these back. And then let's move on to the other side. Alright, so let's start in the back compartment. I have all my pigments and mixing liquid in here. This is the Mehron mixing liquid. And I have, I think, all of the shades that Mehron has. I use them frequently, so I probably had some Pros-Aid on my hair or hands or fingers, and then pigments get stuck on it. So this is like a lavender silverish. We have a bronze. We have a silver. Then there is a rose gold, a gold, a copper, and I have a Benai Luminaire Lux powder. It's like gold, but it's a different gold than the Mehron pigment. It's more of a warmer gold. It's really pretty. And then another silver pigment that somebody gave me. I don't know who. I don't know what the brand is. I'll just use it. Okay. Let's put all of these back. Let's move on to the next compartment. Here I have, whoops, hold on. Here I have all hair items, hair ties, bobby pins, clips. I have bigger hair clips, right, if the hair needs to be clipped up out of the way so I can paint. Then I use these seamless thongs from Target. They are awesome. I usually have extra small, small, and medium. I'm out of 2, so I have to restock. I have 2 glass containers, jars, you know, if I need to fill some liquids in or small gems, it's perfect. I have some individual small crazy glues. Those are great if I need to, for example, glue fingernails on, because the glue that they come sometimes with is not that strong enough and they can pop up. But this makes sure that the fake nails will stay put. I have disposable mascara ones, right? Hygiene. Okay, guys. Then mascara. The blackest black, the Excess L'Oreal is my favorite. I have a sharpener, regular size and big. Then I have Duo eyelash glue. I like that it's one packaging, but it has the black and the one that tries translucent. I have tweezers and a small scissor to cut mostly eyelashes. And then I have a few pencils, regular eye pencils, lip pencils, white, black, and browns. If I need to outline a design on the body first, I sometimes use these. They come in handy. Small stencil, a curvy one. Then let's put these back. And we are moving on to the next compartment. Here in the front I have a variety of different sizes of safety pins. Mints, right? Fresh breath. Then I have some earplugs. If I work in clubs or loud locations, I'm very sensitive, so they come in handy for me. I have a set of super long fingernails. You just glue them on with the crazy glue, and then you can really fast paint them with your airbrush paint. Right. Then I have washable purple Elmer's glue, mostly if I need to block out eyebrows, and the purple is good. It shows me once it's dry, because once it's dry, it dries clear. I have a powder puff. I have some business cards. I'm a beauty makeup artist too. I need to get newer, so these are my beauty makeup artist business cards. I have some popsicle sticks if I need to get some Pros-Aid cream out. I have a plastic spatula. I have a few eyelashes. Usually I always have a black one, and these are like a shimmery white, black, striped, and the same in a blue and a black. These are really pretty. Alright, let's put that back real fast, and then we're moving on to the last compartment. So here I have some Benign Quick Cleanse. This is really great for anything grease or oil based, like the pencils if I need to remove that, or foundation or anything that's greasy, right? Then I have Pros-Aid, the cream, and the original liquid. Anything that you need to attach to the body, bling, a no-toe thong, pasties, anything to make sure it stays put. Contact lens solution. Ben Nye glitter glue. This is great, but not on the alcohol airbrush paint, because this is alcohol based, so this loosens that paint, so that doesn't work on top of each other. Keep that in mind. Then I have spirit gum and spirit gum remover, a very small bottle. MAC mixing medium gel if you need to attach glitter onto the body. And then I have a nail polish remover, no particular brand. And then last thing, I have 5 different shades. I have Maron glitter mark and gold, red, blue, magenta, and silver. All right, so yeah, this is everything I have in my middle compartment. All right, let's talk about my last compartment in my toolbox makeup kit. It is actually a toolbox, right? I'm just gonna go over each item individually, explain a little bit, and then I'll just leave it outside. Let's start with this. This is a knee pad. You can find this in garden sections of a store. As you can see, it's used, right? There's glitter and paint on it. You know, as body painters, we never know where we work, and it's up and down and up and down, so we have to protect our knees if we work on concrete, so that comes in handy. Then, of course, we will need paper towels. I like the ones that select your size. Then I have a box with all of my brushes. I will talk about the brushes a little bit individually later. Then I have, this is really cool, I think it's cool, it's a ice cube maker for bottles, but I use it as a brush holder. I learned that from my friend Craig Tracy the first time I worked with them. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I love this one. It holds my brushes. Then I have hair gel to mix with the glitter to attach to the body. Then I have a regular plastic cup for water, my brush water. Okay. Then I have, to set up on my station, a Scan Me QR code so people can find me really fast on Instagram, and if they like, they can follow me. Then I have a sign that says tips appreciated, because sometimes we are allowed to take tips, right? Then this is awesome. This is a no-toe thong, a latex thong. Great for competitions. You glue this on with Prose 8, and we can talk a little bit more about that later. Then I have gold leaf. It's very thin, very fine, and very challenging to work with. You glue this on with Prose 8, but it looks so beautiful, so it's worth the pain going through. Then I have a bunch of different sponges. Let me open this and show you. I have regular one-time use disposable beauty makeup sponges if I need to use it for Prose 8 to apply it, or for foundation, right? Then I have, it looks like a beauty blender, the size, but it's just a sponge texture for body paint. Somebody gave it to me as a gift. Then I have a few texture sponges. I have fine and coarse. They come in handy sometimes to stipple a texture on. I have these flat round sponges for face paint that I cut into quarters. If I do kids face painting, they're great. Then in a bag I have my snorkels for my airbrush paint. I have 2 empty bottles in case I need to mix a bigger amount of a custom color airbrush paint and the metal cups don't hold enough and I need more, so I'll just have empty bottles. Then I have some one-time use gloves, right? I never really use them. I always have them with me to protect my hands so I don't look that messy, but I prefer working with my hands without a glove, so I don't know, I just never use them. Then I have a little bit more bling. Most of them are flat pearls. These are really pretty. I found them in a store in New York. Let me see. Hold on. Few more pearls, purple, blue, and red, all shiny. And then some diamond-shaped rhinestones, very sparkly and shiny, nice for the face. Then I have 2 Maron palettes. I probably have every color that they have. So these ones are reds, purples, yellow, orange. So let me show you what I actually do since I have 2 palettes. So what I do, the other palette, it has greens and blues and a purplish blue. So to save some space on my setup table, I take the bottom insert out of one palette and put it into the lid of the other. So I set it up like that. That saves me space. And in those empty gaps, I can put more individual paints. So I see everything right away, but it saves space. In case I don't have a table, what I do, I can really cool put this inside of my lid of my toolbox. I will show you how that looks like. Okay. So these are my 2 palettes, and then I have in a pouch, I have a bunch of stencils, and we will go over this individually as well. And the last thing, I have an eyeshadow palette, matte and shimmer colors. The prettiest, of course, broke. That's how that goes. All right, so matte and shimmer. All right, and that's everything that I had in my bottom compartment. Here you can see how my toolbox looks from the side once it's opened up. And in case I don't have a table available or there's no room to set up a table, I put the 2 Merum palettes on my lid of the toolbox. As you can see here, I think it's really cool. Also, what's really cool, if the toolbox is put together and closed, it's very durable, so I can actually physically sit on it, which helped me out a few times before, right? And yeah, that's it.